Race number 5, we've already spoken about 2 of these horses earlier, saying that they've won races, not quite group races, but they've won races. One of them was Anaerobia, who I thought was very, very convincing last week.
Yep.
And the other one was Fulbright. Both are against each other in this 7 furlong Group 2.
Yep.
The Atterfort, sponsored by Golf News. There's obviously other horses in here. You can't write off. Well, Frankie Dettori's got a nice horse in this. You can't write off probably 5 or 6 of them. I also think Kavanagh's interested, and if Christian Soumelon had picked Kavanagh, I would have had that in my notebook because he was running on at the end again last time.
Yeah.
Heavy Metal, highest rated horse in the race. Tamathal didn't quite show it over 6 last time, and maybe they think he's lost that little bit of speed, so they're stretching into 7. Duck Scholar, if you watch that race back against Mushrek, I would say a furlong from home, 2 furlongs from home, he looked all over the winner.
Yeah.
He looked absolutely pulling double. Didn't find a lot, and interestingly, they've dropped him back straight away.
No,
he has form over 5. He ran in the 5,
yes.
so he's clearly got a bit of pace. He could be an interesting one. I think this is the best race of the night.
It should be. It's the Alpha Healy 4. It's a Group 2, and it really has lived up to its name with a good entry and good declaration. And you're right about Heavy Metal. He's a very well-touted horse. Coming from South Africa with Sean Tarry, and really has got some great form figures. It would be no surprise if he won to me.
What about one for you? What about Gale Force 10? Just joined the Mike de Kock team.
Yeah, another ex Aidan O'Brien horse, isn't he?
And he does really well with them. He's got to be one to consider. I mean, me personally, I'd give him the run and then look at him. But
yeah,
I think he could be a very nice horse.
I've actually, what I've gone for here is Mushawish, the Mikhail Delzangle's horse, which Frankie Dettori is here to ride. This is a trip he's never tackled before, actually. He's always run further than this. So it's interesting they've gone for this. They could have gone for another race, but they've actually stayed for this race. So looks like they're hungry for the money to me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give him a little sneaky pick here because Lanfranco knows him well. He won on him at Deauville over a mile in a listed race. So that's my little pick, but it's a really good race. You're right. There's so many in here with a chance. It would be absolutely no surprise Heavy Metal. It would be absolutely no surprise Anaerobia winning again. Tamathal, who was beaten by Refuges, that's a good form line. We've already mentioned that today. That's a good form line. So Tamathal for me is another one you could pick. And you already mentioned Gale Force 10 and Duck Scholar.
It's a great race.
It is.
I like Duck Scholar going back. So I mean, I went up to Doug after that race. He must have been pulling Pat's arms out 2 out.
Yeah.
I thought he was all over the winner and then didn't quite get home or got blocked in, however 3 or 4 reasons. But he looked all over the winner for me in that race. Fulbright you can't write off. I mean, we've said Charlie Appleby's form, but interestingly, I want to see if Charlie backs up because at the moment he's got great first time out form. Let's see if he backs up.
I think the reason he won that race was the pace set by his stablemate Modern History. And I don't know if he's going to get that in this race.
Well, the reason I've picked Anaerobia is because it looks very much Mike de Kock type horse, where has a couple of okay runs, tried maybe against horses slightly better than him. He was up against Mushrak, then he was up against Tradestorm, but that run against Tradestorm over 1800 was excellent, and Tradestorm was a star of the carnival last year. Then he came at the end of the carnival last year, he drops back to 1400. Hold on, he ran really well over 10, ran really well over 9, drops him back to 7 and wins comfortably. Comfortably. Comes out again over 7 at the start of this carnival, wins comfortably. And Mike's saying his horses are a little bit behind.
Yeah, true.
If this is behind and that's how he's going to run, I think he's got another win in him. And I think Anaerobia could be a very, very good bet.
I had a little short list. I had 4 horses on it. I had Anaerobia, I had Mushawish, I had heavy metal, and I had Pearl Flute as well.
Okay, none of us have spoke about
No,
Pearl Flute.
Pearl Flute for Qatar Racing Limited owned, has been running all over the place, hasn't he? And but Jamie Spencer's got the ride. Was significantly 6 of 21 behind Gale Force 10.
But you'd expect Jamie to get the ride on a Qatar horse.
Yeah. But he ran well in a Group 1 at Chantilly behind Havana Gold, and he was second over 1,400 metres this trip in a Group 3. So group form is important in a race like this, isn't it?
My worry for him is, a lot of his best results, I've just put it up because I had checking my notes, heavy, good to soft.
Yeah.
One time he ran over good to firm, he was 6 lengths behind Gale Force 10, not a bad run, but still 6 lengths behind. Yeah. Then he's won over good to soft. Then when he was good, he was 14 of 18. Keep going down the page, his win before that was good to soft. I'm not sure that the going's going to suit. That was my note.
That's my attraction to Mashawish, who won a listed race on firm ground with Frankie over the mile, and for me, he'll love this ground.
Yeah. I just think Anaerobia is one of those of Mike's that's going to go through.
He's in great form.
Yeah, it's going to go up and up and up. I think he took a little bit of time to acclimatise when he got here, and they've tried him over a few different trips. If you look back at his form, even the year before, they even took him down to Abu Dhabi to run over the Group 3 11 furlong race.
Yeah.
They were trying him further, trying him over different trips, and I think all of a sudden they found him out and thought, you know what, he's a 7 furlong horse. And he could be one that ends up running in the Godolphin Mile or something like that.
Yeah.
Even though I personally don't think he likes the all-weather too much. I think
I think he's better on turf, isn't he?
Yeah. They should do a 7 furlong turf race.
That's in the future,
that's my campaign.
That's in the future.
Anyway, Anaerobia for me.
Mashawish.
There's our 2 tips. We're at MEYDAN talking horses.